Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Today we are discussing the tragic story of Leonard Keir, whose life after exoneration ended in violence at the hands of a law enforcement officer. Now, the aftermath has propelled his family into federal courtroom seeking not only compensation, but also what they have called a measure of justice. Hello everyone, my name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News Channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. Today we dive deep into the currents of information, from the pulse of politics to the heartbeat of entertainment. We've got it all covered. So please stay tuned for a news experience like no other. Leonard Keir, at age 53, was killed in October by a sheriff's deputy from Camden County, Georgia. Now, the deputy involved in the shooting was actually identified as Bulk Aldrich, who has a continuous employment history marked by instances of excessive force. But before we get into that, I think it is important to understand the chronological sequences of events that actually led to the present lawsuit filed by Leonard's family. Let's recall that Leonard was actually wrongfully convicted of armed robbery in 2004 and only was exonerated in 2020 through the efforts of the Innocence Project of Florida. Now, his exoneration was based on solid evidence that actually included an ATM receipt that placed him miles away from the scene of the crime. Following this vindication, Keir tried to rebuild his life, and his life ended abruptly and violently during what seemed like a routine traffic stop. Now, the details of the lawsuit reveal a very troubling pattern concerning Deputy Aldrich. The lawsuit alleges that Deputy Buck Aldrich has a history of excessive use of force, citing documented instances in the past. Attorney Harry Daniels, representing Keir family, highlighted Aldrich's previous instances, including one in 2022 where he actually dragged a driver from a crashed car and punched him with no disciplinary action taken. Aldrich's employment history, including his termination from a previous law enforcement position and his subsequent hire by Sheriff Jim Proctor of the Camden County Sheriff's Office, is actually critical context, as it speaks to a systematic issues within the hiring and the oversight mechanism of the law enforcement agencies. Now, Harry Daniels asserts that Aldrich's actions and Proctor's failure to address past behavior demand accountability for not only the officer involved, but also the structure that enables these kind of actions.
This should never have happened, because Buck Aldrich has a history of violence, a propensity of violence and unlawful use of force while in uniform.
The Keir's family's expectation from compensation are tied to the years Keir spent wrongfully incarcerated, and they equate each year of undeserved imprisonment with $1 million, setting a total amount of $16 million. To be honest, I don't think this is about money, but it is about valuing a human life that has been taken with little regard by those entrusted to protect and serve.
Give me my son back. I did those 17 years with him. When they killed my child, I died with him. Damn, how many times are you going to kill me? 3 times. He's in jail for something he didn't do. He gets out, he's afraid to go anywhere, and he's all legal. He has license and every damn thing it takes for you to travel around in this country. But it was one thing he had that was a deterrent for him to receive proper care. He was black. He was black.
Leonard Keir's interaction with the deputy Aldridge escalated in a physical confrontation, which was actually captured on a body and dash cam footage. But we won't delve into those details here, but I think it is important to acknowledge the profound impact that wrongful imprisonment has on the lives of those affected. Now, experts like South Miller, actually, from the Innocence Project of Florida, have commented on the psychological scars borne by exonerees. The fear and trauma that are hallmarks of life after wrongful conviction could possibly have influenced Leonard Keir's reaction during the traffic stop. Now, I think that this case also brings broader social concerns about the appropriate use of force by law enforcement and the pathways to comprehensive reform. The tragedy of Leonard Keir is deeply felt by his mother, who spent the money from his wrongful conviction compensation to actually lay her son to rest. Now, the irony here is very sharp, because the funds intended to provide for a fresh start in life were actually used for a premature funeral.
I want to know definitely somehow that this guy who killed my son is not working. He shouldn't be working anywhere. He should not.
As we conclude our coverage of this emotionally charged lawsuit, we must recognize the complexities of the criminal justice system, its pitfalls, and the necessity for perpetual scrutiny to ensure justice not only prevails, but it is preserved for all citizens. This has been a brief overview of the lawsuit filed by the family of the Leonard Keir, but we will continue to follow the story as it develops, providing updates and insights when available. And while we wait, we want to hear from you. Let's engage in the comment section. What do you think about this case? With that being said, that is it from me. Till we meet again, it is goodbye for now.